by my partner. Ready for baseball. And we're underway in this interleague matchup. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike two. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. One away. Anthony Santander at the plate. And a swing and a miss. Foul ball there. Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out on the drop, third strike, two gone.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths and all of that.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So two down. Here is Austin Riley. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Riley launched a homer in his most recent game. And now the count is even. Got the bat going too soon at strike two.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Gleyber Torres stepping in now for the Yankees. Hey. That one ripped. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Judge launched a pair of homers in his last game. Check swing, but he went too far. And a count 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. One out and a runner at second here in game one of this three-game set. Olsen takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number two. Next to hit, Ben Rice. Aye.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2 again.
Ball, that's low.
What a stop. Over to first. In the dirt, he picks it. And that's a great play. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Dominguez on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. Albies with a homer in his last game. This one in the air, center field. Dominguez settles under it, and that is that. Down. Back in the Bronx, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees. The lefty, the 1-0. And a foul ball.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Oh, great stop. To first. In the dirt.
Oh.
Great pick. Got him. What a play. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. That one ripped, but foul. Ripped, but it curls foul. 1-2 now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground softly to short. Horner slings to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here. Back at Yankee Stadium, now in for the Braves, Nico Horner.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. In there at the knees. And it's 0-2. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Swing and a miss. And he got him to chase. Tied up here in the early going. Almost got him.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. High fly ball, right field. 1 up, 1 down. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's Gleyber Torres. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
No, that's low.
Popped up. Olsen should have this one. And there's 2 down. Here is Aaron Judge. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Judge recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish. And
that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So on to the 4th. Now in for the Braves, Anthony Santander.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Right back to him on the mound. Throws to first in time. And now Matt Olson up to hit.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up. Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And that one fouled off.
That's in. Ball 2.
In the air to left center. Bellinger under it and makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Here is Austin Riley. He's 0 for 1.
Nope. Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses at the sweeper. Late with the swing there. Liner snagged at first. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Bellinger in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Comes up empty. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a one-out single. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate.
Ball one.
That's in there. And the count even at 1. Ground ball could be 2. To second, that's 1. On to first, double play. Ready now for the 5th inning. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Way inside. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
That's outside.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fouled off left side. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. On the ground to third. Slings to first in time. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Yep, that ball went out.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
And a swing and a miss there. In the air on the infield, McMahon under it, and that'll do it. Halfway. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Caballero batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Wells in the box now, no balls and a strike.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
This one in the air center field. Harris has a beat on it. He's got it. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back. That one on its way, and it's gone. Ryan McMahon leaves the. get a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Stepping in, Michael Harris II. And it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's Acuna. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. This one smoked on its way out of here. A 3-run shot. Anthony Santander next up for the Braves. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Next offering is fouled back. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Fernando Cruz, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Got him swinging for the strikeout, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's Austin Riley.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a... Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And it's fouled away. 4 runs already in the frame, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Oh, that one almost gets him again. In the air, right field. And that is that. Back to the Bronx. New pitcher for...
Safe!
Throws to second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
The bat.
So a man aboard. Nico Horner next up for the Braves. 1 for 2. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Got him swinging.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. 1 out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And the 0-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Snags it on the run. 2 down. Manager out of the new pitch. For the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Next pitch is outside. Runner at second, 2 down. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there. Welcome back.
Ow.
Ready to begin the 8th. And now it's the Braves DH, Anthony Santander. Gets him to chase after that one. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Oh, that's inside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Olsen in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. Stays alive. Oh, and 2 now. That one ripped right center field. Dominguez going back and caught on the warning track.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man,
Riley at the plate now as he chases after that one.
sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. Tied him up on a back in New York. Red.
Wait, ow.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Newcomb.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while, coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested, but we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Ball 1.
Newcomb pitching for the 20th time this season. A former first-round pick back in 2014. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Drake Baldwin, the next to hit. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark. But obviously, out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Late with the swing there. Got him swinging. Braves down to their final out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little
Inside,
jam
ball
that
one.
they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Judge